Disclaimer. I freaking suck at pronouncing things. So if I mess something up, I do apologize. If you guys could actually teach me how to pronounce these in the comment section below, I would love that a lot. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've been really enjoying Yashahime so far, especially the three main characters as we get to know them more each episode. I already explained a bit why I like them in my video Why I Love Yashahime back when the series was just kicking off. But as the story unfolds, more information about them has been coming to light. As the show is winding up towards its finale, I want to go over what we know about the princess half-demons, including some stuff you might have forgotten by this point. We're beginning to see some recurring themes in these characters as well, such as duality or opposites. In Toa and Setsuna, there are a lot of opposites, and being two halves of a pair, there's some significance in them finding each other again. But I think these themes are most obvious in Maruha, who often takes a back seat to the twins' story. So let's talk about her first. And here's your spoiler warning. If you haven't seen up to episode 16, that's as far as I'll be covering. Maruha is a quarter demon, being the only child of Inuyasha and Kagome, although she doesn't know anything about her parents. Kagome entrusted her to the wolf demon tribe to protect her from our apparent villain, Kirumaru, and they have yet to reunite. So Maruha grew up with the wolf demons, one of which, Yaloragi, acted as her mentor to teach her how to use her demon abilities properly. Maruha's demon powers are sealed, but become unleashed when she applies the rogue, passed down from Inuyasha's mother. When she wears it, she becomes Beniyasha, Destroyer of Lands, increasing her demonic strength but weakening her control over her actions. Although in this form she's a powerful adversary, she hesitates at times to use the lipstick, as Yaoragi taught her that it makes her lose some of her connection to her human side. Something else she inherited is the robe of the Fire Rat. However, it's not very clear how she got it being a baby and when we first meet her in the story. Then there's the Red Rainbow Pearl, which is both similar and different to the twins' matching pearls. I hope, through the later part of the story, we will see what she has to do with the mystery of these notable items. We recently learned that Yaoragi sold Maruha to Jiobe, the corpse stealer, to work as a bounty hunter in order to pay off a substantial debt. It's clear that over the years, she has become a skillful bounty hunter, with her vast knowledge of demons and valuable items complementing her great instincts and powers. Her strong sense of smell and ability to sense out demon auras has already come in handy, like when she met Setsuna and could tell right away that she was Sesshomaru's daughter. Her former mentor left Maruha with the sword Kurakaramaru, which she is proficient in using. She also uses a bow, like her mother, and fights with the two weapon styles pretty well together. She's the only part demon we know of who can use spiritual powers too, another gift from Kagome. Wielding both demonic and spiritual abilities is a really intriguing trait for the often overlooked Maruha to hold. It makes me wonder if this particular duality will have more significance later in the story. And speaking of duality, I wonder if the fact that her name means double-edged blade will have any importance too. In terms of personality, she's almost a perfect fusion of both her parents. She has Inuyasha's fierce determination and Kagome's honesty and courage. Together with her sometimes unruly behavior, which she might have picked up from the wolf demon tribe, she's a genuinely funny and likable character, and also my favorite character in the series so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of her as the series progresses. Maruha's half-cousins are the real main characters of the story though. Toa and Setsuna are Sesshomaru's twin daughters, and we now have confirmation that Rin is their mother, so at least that's one big mystery solved. But Sesshomaru took the babies from her not long after she gave birth, leaving them to grow up in the forest without knowing their parents. Although this was to protect them from Kirumaru, the forest fire ordered by Zero, who's another demon that was intended to kill the twins, separated them instead. This is where their stories diverge, so let's go with Setsuna first. After Toa's disappearance, she continued to live in the feudal era, eventually finding her way back to Kaede's village. Alongside Hisui, who is Sango and Miroku's son, Setsuna works as a demon slayer under the command of Kohaku. She's a pretty skilled fighter and uses a naginata rather than a sword, which I think makes her a pretty unique character. As a half-demon, Setsuna mostly takes after her father, Sesshomaru, in both appearance and personality. Also, once again, my favorite character in the entire show. With her Demon Slayer uniform, she wears furs just like Sesshomaru's, giving the appearance of having two tails. But this is actually clothing rather than part of her body. In her demon form, her ears grow to look like her father's, and she's even inherited his poison claws. Her demon form has been sealed by Miroku though, so she can't use her powers to the full extent unless she has them unsealed. We've only seen her do this once so far, and she had Moroku seal them back up again right after. So I'd be interested to see how powerful Sesshomaru's youngest daughter truly is. As the more reserved and serious of the twins, when she reunites with her sister, it takes her a while to warm up to her. At first, she doesn't recognize Toa, refusing to believe they're related. But after the Tree of Ages confirms that they are both Sesshomaru's daughters, she starts to develop a bond with her twin. But after the Tree of Ages confirms that they are both Sesshomaru's daughters, she finally starts to develop a bond with her. Setsuna's memory loss is linked to the dream butterfly, which has also taken her ability to sleep and dream. It seems like this is going to be an important plot point, because we've seen the butterfly in other situations too, like with Rin sleeping in the Tree of Ages. My favorite thing about Setsuna is definitely her soft side, which she rarely shows, so it's very endearing when she does. She was gentle with Mei, Toa's adopted sister, in the feudal era, and even learned how to play violin in a short span of time. And she's loyal and protective towards those she cares about. In her right eye, she has the gold rainbow pearl, which has been in her body since she was a baby. But it's Toa's matching silver pearl that apparently opened the path to the modern age during the forest fire. After landing in modern Tokyo, it's none other than Kagome's brother Sota, who recognizes Toa as a visitor from Inuyasha's world. He adopts her along with his wife Mo and raises her with their daughter Mei. Toa became a bit of a tomboy, being targeted by bullies who she kept beating due to her demon capabilities. She had to move schools a lot because of the fighting, and feels guilty about the trouble she causes the Higurashi family, even up to the point that she leaves them to go to the feudal era. After reuniting with Setsuna, she also feels guilty about letting go of her hand that day in the forest fire, blaming herself for her sister's sleepless condition. She promises to cure her, but Setsuna doesn't seem interested in her help. Toa's protectiveness even extends to Maruha. She wants to make sure she's eating properly and keeping healthy. In contrast to Setsuna, Toa is more open and positive, and takes after Rin in her looks. She can be naive about the dangers of the feudal era, having less experience there than the other two of the Yashahime girls. However, she is also thoughtful enough to refuse to leave even an apple seed that didn't originally come from the past, in case something as small as that could change history. Another point that places her in opposition to Setsuna is her peaceful nature. She grew up in a time of peace, and that influences how she approaches problems. When Wan the monk is possessed by a demon, she finds a way to kill the demon without hurting the innocent man, despite the other girls' insistence that they would have to kill him. Much like Setsuna, we haven't seen a lot of Toa's demon powers, but we have seen that she gets drained and turns human under a new moon. She can also produce a blade of energy from her broken sword. I still don't know how to pronounce that, by the way, so I'll just leave it on screen. Again, it makes me wonder what a daughter of Sesshomaru is really capable of, and what more we'll see of Toa's powers. Even after 16 episodes, there are so many questions we have yet to answer about the three princess half-demons. With the main plot starting to really pick up, I'm excited to find out more and to see all those loose threads come together. Let me know down in the comments below how you're enjoying Yashahime so far, and what you hope will happen next. With that being said though, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe with notifications on, and be sure to stay tuned for the next piece of anime content I have here on Mystic Sage. With that being said though, I'll catch you guys next time.